Begin Again is a film born from melancholy and confusion, but grows into warmth, music, and quiet resilience. It's wrapped in the messiness of human relationships. It's about hitting rock bottom emotionally, professionally, and still finding the courage to get back up. It reminds us that starting over doesn't have to be grand or perfect. You just begin wherever you are, however you can, and give it your all, unconditionally. It begins with music. A girl is reluctantly pushed into the spotlight by a friend. She doesn't want to be there. She seems cold and disheartened. But then, she begins to sing a calm, grounding song that gently sets the tone. It creates a softness, a kind of emotional stillness, whose laid-back, absorbing vibe is necessary for what's to come. And in that moment of fragile melody, something shifts. A man in the crowd hears her, and it's as if he's found exactly what he's been searching for his whole life. We dive into the life of this man in the crowd. He's introduced as a lazy, disconnected man, numbed by alcohol. His life is as dysfunctional as his apartment. He stumbles through his days, even running late to pick up his daughter from school. But as he drives through the streets of New York, the cinematography paints the city not just as a backdrop, but as the home of the tale that's about to unfold. But during this drive, the man's commitment to his craft is quietly revealed. A music producer at heart, he bangs his head on the steering wheel in frustration at the shallow songs playing on the radio, mocking them with a bitter, condescending edge.
Get out of my car.
Then, as he pulls up in front of the school, he hurriedly tries to mask the smell of alcohol on his breath. A small act, but it quietly exposes his struggle, his incompetence as a father bleeding through in subtle ways. And when his daughter sees him, the disconnect is clear. There's an emotional absence between them, something long unspoken. They may be in the same car, but they're definitely not living the same life. With no real guidance from her distant father and broken house, his daughter is left to navigate the world alone. At school, she seeks attention through suggestive clothing, too young to fully understand the weight of it, too alone to know where else to look. Emotionally adrift, she drifts from her peers as well, caught between childhood and something she can't yet name. After school, he takes his daughter to his office. When he finally sits in on the meeting, he's nonchalant and brutally honest.
We were closing up about this the audio commentary piece.
Yeah, shit idea.
That crude, borderline disrespectful behavior, it stems from the same sincerity we saw earlier in the car. And his daughter sees it. She sees the don't care attitude in the meeting. She sees how much his work frustrates him. She sees how poorly her father is handling his adversities. And that's Dan for you. Due to all of these complications, a man sunk in sorrows who doesn't know how to swim. He thinks of alcohol as his floater, but in fact it is his anchor, pulling him down further, piercing him deep into the chilling bottom of the sea of sorrows where no sound or light resides. And then one night, in search of his floater, Dan stumbles into a pub chasing numbness. But instead he finds her, the same cold girl who was performing earlier. This time we see him listening. We see him mesmerized. It's as if for the first time he sees what a real floater looks like. And Dan, he wraps her raw vocals, the ones that calms us down before, in a warm hug of instrumental composition that uplifts us now, completing both Dan and the cold girl. And just like that, the stars align. Then Dan approaches her, speaks to her, and slowly we get to know her. Greta, a British songwriter, modest but a little distant, she seemed to be in a rough space. When Dan asks, her guard goes up quick and quiet. Something serious is buried there, maybe even tragic.